Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I help you become your best self through better health. And today we're talking about intuitive nutrition. What is it, how it can benefit you, and then we're also going to go over my 5 principles of intuitive and intentional nutrition, which is slightly different than just intuitive nutrition. So we'll go over that in just a second. But first, I really want to kind of share my experience with intuitive nutrition. And really, intuitive nutrition saved my life. It told me that my gut told me something was off. I had debilitating cycles and I knew this wasn't normal. I knew that this was not healthy. And I was like, okay, what is it? Been an athlete my whole life, so trying to figure it out. It boiled down to something that I was eating, and that was my gut. That was my intuition telling me something's off. Let's look at this. Let's check this out. So that's kind of my experience with intuitive nutrition, and it really, and I knew that it was my gut. I knew that something was off before I even knew that there was a term for intuitive nutrition. This was at the very beginning of my studies of integrative nutrition, holistic practices, alternative medicine, all of those things. And so this was at the very beginning. But interestingly enough, I knew that my gut and I knew it was my intuition telling me these things before I knew that there was even a term for it: intuitive nutrition, intuitive eating. So that's my experience. It really helped save my life. Also, this is part of intuitive nutrition. I don't break out. I only break out if I eat something that makes me break out, or it's that time of the month. And so that's where your intuition or being mindful comes into play. Mindful nutrition, intuitive nutrition, they're kind of, interchangeable. And I can talk about that another time too. But it really is just being in tune with your body and listening to its signals and listening to its cues. And so, what exactly is intuitive nutrition? And really, at the end of the day, intuitive nutrition is an ancient practice. Again, before that I even knew there was a term for it, that really promotes, healthy eating and rejecting diet culture. And at the end of the day, if you just want to boil that down, it's the way your body was naturally designed to eat. Before, diet culture, before diet mentality, and it's really rejecting diet culture and diet mentality. It's, because our ancestors didn't count calories. Our ancestors knew when they were hungry, and they knew when they were full, and they knew to stop when they were full, right? And not eating. So it's listening to those hunger cues. But unfortunately, we have been so disconnected from ourselves. And this is where the spiritual part comes in, because when you're connected to yourself and you're in tune with your body, you're in tune with its natural cycles and, natural cues, then you're able to hear those messages. Like when I have clients tell me, oh, Jennifer, every time I have dairy, I get bubble guts or I get bloated. And I'm like, well, that's your body rejecting that, right? So don't eat it. And that's part of intuitive nutrition, mindful eating. It's like knowing what is causing what, right? It's really taking full ownership of how you eat as well, without any crazy diets or rigid routines. And at the end of the day, like I said, it's knowing when your body, or eating the way your body was naturally intended to eat. It's the a diet approach to eating. And actually, there's a quote that I love that Albert Einstein said, and he says about the intuitive mind. He says, the intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. This was Albert Einstein. So I thought that was really profound, because we have created a society that dismisses our natural inklings, that dismiss our intuition, when our intuition never lies. You know what they say, always listen to your gut, and your gut is your second brain. So whenever your gut is telling you something, listen to it. Okay. So what are some benefits of intuitive nutrition? So benefits are, weight management. I'm 5 to 10 pounds of my high school weight. I don't diet. I don't count calories. And I think that's pretty awesome. And people are like, well, oh, Jennifer, you eat what you want. No, another benefit to intuitive nutrition, it's really personalized nutrition. I eat what I want, but I eat within the realms of what my body needs and what it tells me to eat. Right. So I eat a personalized diet specifically for me, because as we know, diets don't work. There's not a, one fix or, whatever, one size fits all. That's not how it works, because everybody's body Everybody's body is different, and everybody's body metabolizes food differently. So another benefit of integrative or intuitive nutrition is your personalized eating, as well as you make peace with food. Y'all, I don't care about what I eat. Like, I don't look at it as bad or good or a cheat meal or whatever, because I know food is my friend and I know food is fuel. So I have a great relationship with food, and it's all due in part to intuitive nutrition. So you can stop yo-yo dieting. There's no need to counting calories. Like I said, our ancestors didn't count calories. You have a better relationship with food. You lower your anxiety and depression around food. You have better digestion and gut health, which will give you, because if your gut is all out of whack, then your hormones in your system is suppressed, then you can't get those signals. So there's a whole bunch of cleaning and stuff that we have to do, which I can talk to you guys about that another time too. But if you're not getting those signals, that's a part of you not being in tune with yourself and your gut being out of whack too. And like I said, long-term sustainable weight loss and maintenance, as well as improved self-esteem and confidence, because you are confident in what you're eating, right? So I actually want to go over my 5 principles of intuitive and intentional nutrition. Like I said, I've kind of given you a brief description of what intuitive nutrition is, but there's also an intentionality piece to that. And so one of my slogans is like, live with intention, eat with intention. So you have to be intentional with what you're putting into your mouth, just as we have to be intentional about, how we're living our life. It's living with intention. And so let's go over those 5 principles really quick. So number 1 is reject harmful diet culture. So really come to terms, that fad diets and magic pills or supplements and detoxes don't work and are not beneficial to your wellness journey. You've probably been on that, train of trying this pill or trying this supplement or trying this diet. There's really no point in, and like I always tell people, they're like, well, Jennifer, what do you think of keto, or what do you think of this? Until you create a stable foundation, there's no point in introducing any other things until you create a stable food foundation. All right. That's literally what you have to do. So number 1 is reject harmful diet culture. Detoxes and magic pills are not going to save you. Number 2 is listen to your body. All right. So your body sends you signals and communicates to you every day, and it tells you everything that it needs. So start listening to it and start honoring those signals. That's what I did with my body when I healed it, naturally, from debilitating cycles. I was honoring those signals. I was like, okay, something's off, something's here. What should I do about this? And so your body communicates headache, breakouts, whatever it may be, your body's telling you. So start listening, okay, and honoring those signals. All right. Number 3 is develop a healthier relationship with food. That's what, intentional and intuitive nutrition is. It helps you develop a healthier relationship with food. You stop using food as a coping mechanism and instead as a tool to fuel your day and activities. So like I said earlier, food is your friend, food is fuel. And so that's how you can look at it when you start practicing more intuitive and intentional nutrition. Number 4, you end food shaming and guilt. So you eat without guilt or shame. Like, food is meant to be eaten and enjoyed, y'all. Like, eat your food and enjoy it. I know I do, because people were like, oh, Jennifer doesn't eat. Yes, I do. I have a healthy appetite. I eat, and I eat what I want. Okay. So, and I have no shame in it whatsoever. So intuitive intentional nutrition ends the food shaming and guilt. And number 5, it allows your body to work for you. Okay. Your body knows how to heal itself, given the opportunity. Our body is a magnificent machine, y'all. And so give it space and honor it to heal itself, because it can, but it needs your help. It's a team effort. Okay. So make space for your body's organs and hormones to function properly for optimal health. This means, not treating it like crap. Treating your body like the temple that it is, and respecting your body like the temple that it is. Okay. And that's how your body will reciprocate, by healing itself naturally, which is what it's intended to do. All right. And then at the end of the day, the bonus is, like I shared earlier, is you eat what you want. Like, whenever you practice intuitive and intentional nutrition, you're eating what you want. And so when you practice all of these 5 principles, you'll be able to eat what you want and provide your body the food that it needs to achieve those long-term results specifically for you, right? Because what I eat is really for me, and what Jennifer needs and what you need is totally different, right? And so it really just all boils down to what each person and individual needs, all right? So that is in a nutshell what intuitive and intentional nutrition is. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or if you have any experience with intuitive and intentional nutrition, let me know in the comments below. I actually just launched a brand new mini course about your guide to not gaining weight during the holidays, following some of these principles. So if you have difficulty, gaining weight, which a lot of people do. The average American gains 5 to 10 pounds of weight during the holiday season from October to January. It's probably more. If you have some issues with holiday stress, eating, gaining weight during this time, and really only thinking like, oh, well, I'll just lose it in January. How often has that worked for you, right? So I have a new course, how to not gain weight during the holidays and really enjoy the food and festivities without gaining weight. Y'all, I know it's possible. You can do it. I don't gain weight during the holidays, and you can actually stop that cycle as well. Okay, so I'll leave that information in the description below as well as you can download. I'll send you the thing to download the 5 principles of intuitive and intentional nutrition for you to have. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week or weekend whenever you're watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.